Okay, guys, welcome to a Planetside 2 Tactics Special Edition. I'm going to do a few of these on different things. I'm thinking of doing like a wee series of specials just for different vehicles, different classes, etc., just to chuck in that tactics vibe for them. So today's is going to be the good old Sunderer. Okay, now your Sunderer is basically your APC, your armoured personnel carrier, and it is also a mobile spawn point if you equip it that way, which is very, very handy. Weapons wise, depends on your situations. I actually have M12 Cobalts, and I do believe it's the front and the back of this. Yeah. These weapons just obliterate infantry targets, which is why I have them. They also get rid of aircraft if they're not actually paying attention. You know, bullets bouncing off them tends to make them run. I do have the grenade launcher as well for if I know there's going to be armour knocking about. But you know, there's different weaponry around depending on whatever you use it for. I do need an anti-air weapon on this actually as well at some point, so that will be the next thing. I haven't actually looked at anti-air weaponry yet. Machine gun looks more fun, to be honest. All depends on the situations you run into the most. At the minute, the most things I run into when I've got my Sunday for spawning in bases is light assaults with C4. They're always flying above you to drop it. These things will just tear them apart. So that's what I have on front and back. Now and again, if the enemy are pulling a fair few tanks or harassers are knocking about, I'll stick the Fury on. Just deters them and actually does quite a fair bit of damage if you've got a decent gunner there. Attachments wise, I haven't really gone into that yet, although I need to. Optics is always handy, to be honest. I would say magazine size over reload, because it reloads fairly quick anyway. So, you know, more bullets the better, as I'm TR. You know, less brains, more bullets. And ammo capacity is always handy as well. Vehicle performance and utilities wise, obviously I have it as the advanced mobile station. I also have blockade armor maxed out, which in my opinion is awesome, because the amount of rockets that you get coming at your Sunderer when you're driving down the streets, I could take a ton. I've gone through barrages of rockets with this thing parked up and then spawned everybody and repaired it. Like, you know, I'd say the armour is, for defensive purposes, is very, very good for this vehicle, especially as it is going to take a lot of fire. Now I've got a race at high speed. I may change it, I don't know. It's good for outrunning dudes, really, that are coming at you. I've only got 1 point in it in a minute because I'm still experimenting with the performance part of it. But I find the speed is actually pretty handy, just to get through situations. You know, if there's guys lining the road with rocket launchers, if you floor it, most of them will miss you, because people don't lead properly. Certifications wise, I think acquisition time is up to 100. I've not got it maxed out because I don't actually use it that often. I only use it when necessary. I usually try and let other people get it out and get things sorted. So what I'll do is now I'll spawn a Sunderer and show you my opinion of the correct way to use it. And as you see, I already have a setup point for me there. Now before you spawn the Sunderer, I'm using Two Stones Beach as an example here. Before you spawn it, or if you spawn it in a safe zone, look at the base you're going to. You know, the base you're attacking, maybe you or a couple of other squads or platoons or what have you are going to attack Stone Beach Station, right? You're the first vehicle there. Now, with the new way SOE have got the bases, you cannot put a Sunderer and spawn it inside the base. So you're left with a perimeter area to spawn. Now look at your perimeter area. Think of positions where it's going to be safe. You know, this gullyway here is probably good, it's hidden, it's fairly safe. If you get guys on top of here, it's well secured. Same with this gullyway here, which is why I've picked it, because it's a little bit closer. Around this area is too close to the walls, in my opinion. If you've not got light assaults, if you're not an organised platoon with a squad of light assaults, there's no point parking it near a brick wall. Obviously you can't get it inside the bases anymore, so you've got to pick safe areas around the perimeter that's going to be easy to secure, where someone's going to be hidden, so it may take them a while to find it. If your troops are coming out from around the sides and not directly over and pouring out, you know, if they're coming in and then spreading out, you know, it could be hard to pinpoint it, especially if you've got a couple of Sunderers. Don't forget there is a no spawn area around the Sunderer, so you can maybe get one on this side, depending on the size of it, maybe one over here, maybe one around here on the walls, which I wouldn't put it there, I'd put it back here, just due to the fact that if it's here, it's too easy for them to jump over there and light assault the crap out of you and just blow you to smithereens. So I put it just slightly out, just so that your troops or whoever's spawning out of it has an area of, say, sort of no man's land. You know, if anybody crosses into that area, they're going to get spotted and destroyed. Whereas there, you know, a guy can run across there and then light assault and blow you up, no problem. So always select your zone first, based on a safe area. So Jaeger's Crossing's another one. You see you've got a ridge line here, which isn't too bad, but I would prefer it back here, and you're not right up against an area of cover that they can use to sneak in and attack you. So maybe over here, or in this section, in this ravine. So if you get one on that end of the ravine, you could probably get one maybe behind these rocks here or behind there. You see with Jaeger's Crossing, you've also got to take into account the height of the building. Can they see you from up there to down here? Now that line of sight there is probably blocked by these hills here, so that's not too bad. So, you know, before you drive your Sunderer in there, have a plan of where you're going to park it. Also have a secondary backup plan just in case there's somebody already there, or there's somebody parked in a stupid position, like fucking in the middle of the road here, so you can't get yours in cover. So always have two, if you really want to be prepared, maybe even three positions where you know you're going to go. And if you get there and you can't park it, quickly think of the terrain and, you know, adjust your positioning. So I cruise down here. I put it on outside view because you get a decent view around you of what's going on. You know, you can have guys in top gunning. They should be always looking around. If you always see a gun that's facing the same direction, then you know he's not paying attention, or he's probably not even in game. Where possible, take the roads, but always keep an eye out for mines. Because if you've got a good platoon or a squad anywhere, they're going to mine roads, mine tight spots where you can drive through as a sort of shortcut. So always keep an eye on it. Especially a place like here, I'd have this mined just over the crest of the hill there, so you can't see it and you get blown to pieces. Now you're free from this terrain. Not a bad wee position. Now I've come as an engineer. If you're driving one of these, it's up to you what you come as. Personally, I usually come as heavy assault because that's what I do. I thought I'd change the colour, it's really got no man. Always have a decent camouflage as well, always comes in handy. Because no matter what people say, a camo breaks up the outlines of the vehicle itself. So I always have it, you know, snowy camo like me or wherever I am. Now, this is a fairly decent position. Troops coming over the hill, they're not immediately present, so they're not going to get spotted straight away. Now, you could even put it, as we're on a downhill, into this base. I wouldn't put it here because they can get you through the windows. You see that window there? They can fire rockets through there. Possibly even that one may hit you. Plus it's too easy for guys to sneak up from up this hill and around here because you are fairly close to the base. Where my point is, just a nice distance away. You know, you're not too close. And there's a good open area for people to get out of, and there's decent cover on top of this hill as well. So your troops are pouring out. They can be on top of this hill, laying down fire on top of this hill, crouch down, laying down fire on the top of the building here to keep the heads down from enemies that are going to come, you know, on top of the building and lay down fire at you guys. You can also get on the back from here, so this is a pretty good position. Obviously, because it's my Sunderer, I can't see the no spawn zone, so I don't know how far it is. Actually, doesn't seem to be one in this base, and I don't know if they've got that no spawning area in all of the bases actually. I'll just double check. Must not be in all of them. I thought it was in every one. But even though, stupid place to park it because they can hit you from. For a start, it's near their spawn area. They can hit you from the bridge. Every building can hit you from. So never put your spawn vehicle inside a base. It's a bad idea. Too easy to be destroyed. I know a lot of people do it because they think, oh, get the troops out there really quickly. But all it takes is one light assault with C4. That's your Sunderer in pieces, and you see it a lot. A lot of TR don't seem to think when they're putting spawn vehicles up. A few do, but not many. That's when the TR decide they want to bring a Sunderer, because a lot of them don't bother the bots these days. So as I say, in a nice, defensible area that's also decent with cover. Now, you can also take into effect aircraft. If it's dark, then in shadow as well, if you can get it. We also got into take into account aircraft. On a place like Esamir, it's hard to find tree cover and things like that. Some bases are now being built to provide you with cover, you know, parking them inside those little areas, but again, it's a tight area, easy to be destroyed. Places like brains are gone blank. Amerish. Places like Amerish, where there are trees, you can get some nice places for cover from aircraft as well in there. If you've got your vehicle pretty well camoed as well, you know, it will vanish in a tree. I've done it before and there's been jets flying over me, never seen me. You know, get it in trees. You've got cover from above there, and some trees are in ravines like this and gullies, so you can get really, really nice cover from that. Say, if you want to spawn one and you want loads of points from it and keep it alive, come in as an engineer, then you can stand around it, make sure it's repaired. You'll usually get a few guys helping you in the repair. Plus, you can always stay near it, get into your gunner positions. As you can see, you've got pretty good cover with these gunner slots. Excuse me. And if there's two of you in them, anybody coming over this ridgeline, light assaults or anything like that, are just going to get destroyed. See, they've got pretty accurate fire and a rapid fire rate. Even at distance, they've got a pretty accurate fire. So, to sum it up, whenever you spawn a Sunderer, make sure the equipment on it is what you want and what you're going to need. Make sure you, if it's a heavily populated area with a lot of heavy assaults and things like that, I always put armor. I always have composite armor anyways, but I always put composite armor on. It makes your Sunderer take a lot of punishment. I've had aircraft doing 2 or 3 runs on me to blow me up. You know, and if you get 1 or 2 guys repairing it, you can keep pouring them troops out and eventually overwhelm the base. Second thing, before you go to a base, let everybody else rush in, because they'll all be dead in no time. You know, look at the map, check the terrain, and see where is going to be a good place. These lines aren't exactly awesome for checking terrain out, but you know, you'll get a good idea, and then when you get there you can adjust to what you actually see. You know, always make sure you've got cover. It doesn't have to be 360 degree cover. You know, decent cover from left and right. Your troops should provide the rest of the cover coming out. If you're an engineer, what you could do, especially in this area, is just lay mines either at the entrance to this ravine or across the road, just to deter any tanks or harassers that coming in and actually attempting to blow you up. Again, if you're an organised outfit or an organised squad, you can drop a Sunderer in a position, secure it with mines around it, and then have your guys defend it while another squad or the rest of your platoon rush in there and attack the base. You know, Sunderers are very important in this game, because just think about it, if you die attacking this base and you've nothing to spawn from, you have to come from Jaeger's Crossing or the Warp Gate, and that's going to get time to get there, which gives the enemy time to bolster the defences, which you do not want them to do. You want to keep the pressure up on them all the time until you overwhelm them and you get the base. So again, think about where you're going to put it. Me personally, I would never put one inside a base. It's too easy to be destroyed. If you notice when you play, especially places like these crossroads and that, they'll stick them inside. Bad idea. People can pop out and destroy them. I've destroyed hundreds of Sunderers with being parked inside a tower or inside the base because they're too easy to get to and they're not well enough defended. If they're defended well, then you might be able to get away with it. But you know, you've got to be on the ball to defend it, because the light assault could come down, bang, it's gone. So always have it on the outskirts of a base, close enough to keep the pressure up, but far enough away not to get destroyed within 3 seconds. So it's always good to look at the terrain, look at the area. This is a fairly difficult one. You've really only got this area around here to park, or around here, because everything else is wide open. So if you're attacking Frostbite Harbour, I would put it probably behind this rock or in this little area here. Then you can have guys probably on top of this ridgeline or whatever, you know, protecting it and giving it a good perimeter of protection. Aircraft could fly in from this direction, but if you've got a couple of AAs or something like that, you know, that can easily be taken care of. When it comes to defending from aircraft, always give them one angle of attack if possible. That way you can have that defended rather easily. Say here the aircraft would have to come in at a very, very high angle, or along from this degree of axis here. Therefore, you know, a lightning, a couple of lightnings, or a couple of max units, or in my case, because I'm TR, a couple of guys with strikers or something, could protect this fairly well. Even a couple of heavy assaults with a machine gun, to be honest, you know, because heavy assault weapons do a fair bit of damage to an aircraft when you're firing on them at full pelt. I've actually blown a few aircraft up with a machine gun. You know, always think of these things. How you're going to defend it, where you're going to park it, etc. Where's the best, safest place to park? Because you do see a lot of people just flying in there, parking anywhere, and it gets destroyed within minutes, and then you've nowhere to come from. So that's basically all the techniques for the Sunderer. Precision, preparation, precision, defense. You know, wherever you get there, if that area is taken, find somewhere else to go, but make sure it's a safe place. Don't just chuck it in the middle of the base because it's not there. That's wasting your points, your resources, and a potential spawn area for later on. You know, if you've got 2 or 3 Sunderers, park the other Sunderers away so it's safe. Just in case one goes down, then you can pull another Sunderer in and use it as a spawn vehicle, or have it set up in another area that's safe, ready for spawning. You know, if you've got enough guys for it, a backup Sunderer is always important. If I see 4 or 5 Sunderers rolling to a base, I'll still take one and maybe have it in a safe spot, or off to the back, laying down, covering fire with the weapons on top, or it's ready for a spawn vehicle in case we run out. As I say, Sunderers are very, very important. That's the colour I should have had it. So guys, that's the end of this Planetside 2 Tactics special. I just chose a Sunderer for the first vehicle, I don't know why. I suppose it's a bit easier one to explain. I'm planning on possibly going through all the vehicles, so the Flash and the Harasser I might chuck into one because they're more or less the same sort of vehicle. And then I may do class specials as well, but what I'm going to do also are actual specials about tactics, entering a building, clearing rooms, defending a base, etc, etc. I will do breakdowns on them as well. So hopefully this will be another long running series alongside my normal tactics shows. So thank you for watching guys. If you have any comments or any other ideas of either shows that I can do or any other ideas on Sunderer tactics, etc., please post in the comments below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get up and coming videos of other games and other Planetside 2 stuff. Also please go to my Twitch channel, which is on my YouTube page somewhere, I think it's in the description, and follow me on Twitch. You will get live streams, not of the shows because I try and do things so I can edit it later on, but live streams of me gaming, mainly on Planetside 2, but also when I get into DCS World and Euro Truck Simulator stuff, I'll be streaming other games along with that. Again, thanks for watching guys. Oh, nearly forgot, naughty me. Please visit planetsideuniverse.com. Excellent place for Planetside 2 information. Chat with the dev teams, they're always on there looking around. It's got a great community, and it's your one-stop shop for everything Planetside 2 information, wikis, anything you want, you will find it on that website. Thanks for watching guys, and hope to see you soon on the battlefield.